What's up, everybody? Here we go. Ask Mike Anything, our fitness Q&A number 4. And I appreciate you guys being here for this. And thank you. I know it was a little impromptu today. Normally, I put this up on Thursday on our YouTube channel for those of you listening on the podcast. And it was crazy. We're busy. The new improved DOLCEdiet.com online nutrition and exercise program is about to drop, and Uncle Mike has been working away in the wee little hours of the morning, making sure everything is perfect. If you have not gone to the DOLCEdiet.com, you should be there right now. You should be an online member. Our 4-week and 12-week programs are the best in the industry. And you are about to see a brand new experience for those of you who are behind the membership wall. So outside of that, let's jump into this new Ask Mike Q&A. I said once we hit 20 questions, I would jump in and get it going with you. So here we go. Our friend Mr. Red Star Thunder 12 is back. I haven't read any of these questions, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what awaits me. Hey, Mike, so I was really wanting to do MMA and maybe get my UFC black belt. I'm a very amazing martial artist, perhaps even the best. There's only one conundrum. I never trained for sport. Literally, all I know is how to kill or maul my opponents. For example, I once had a fight that punched someone, and despite that, I pulled my punch. I ruptured a would-be assailant's kidney. Thank goodness. He had 2 and only needs 1. That's true. While I don't feel sorry for someone who jumps me in the street, what tips do you have so that I can tone down my aggressive mentality so that I don't send dozens of pro fighters to the hospital or possibly the morgue? Red Star Thunder 12, thank you so much for your compassion. We understand that you are a certified lethal weapon. I believe the only comparison to you that the world has ever seen would be that of Sensei Steven Seagal. I would assume that your martial arts prowess is slightly better than Sensei Seagal, only because he's now 187 years old. You know that he's a Buddhist monk and somehow a sheriff, I believe. And he is an egomaniac. That being said, we can only compare you to Sensei Seagal. And that being said, Sensei Seagal has had many hundreds, if not thousands of fights to which he is completely undefeated. Although no one has ever seen any of these fights, nor has anyone recorded any of these fights. That's probably because they were in such awe of his fighting skill that they completely went blank. So what my suggestion to you is follow in the path of Sensei Seagal. Have as many fights, have hundreds, if not thousands of unwitnessed fights that you can then run around and build a career and tell the entire world about how amazingly tough you are as an undefeated fighter. Although the world will actually never see these fights, and most, if not all, will assume these fights had never happened. But you, being the true martial artist that you are, you will know in your heart of hearts that you are the greatest mortal weapon on the planet. I mean, you are a martial artist. I really highlight the term martial, and that's what you are. So Red Star Thunder, thank you for blessing us with your presence here on this channel. We certainly do appreciate your keen insight. AATXE says, Uncle Mike, what is your opinion on low to moderate alcohol consumption for longevity? Well, I am not truly a fan of that, in that I won't endorse alcohol consumption. When I endorse alcohol consumption, people think, well, that means I can have a beer a night or tequila a night or whatever per day, and 2 or 3 or 4. It's okay. Uncle Mike said so, or whatever fitness person said so. Most humans are just looking for a cosign to be decadent, and I will not cosign. There is good research, there is valid research in certain blue zone areas that the population maintains the highest incidences of longevity and the lowest incidence of all-cause mortality and health issues. Some, but not all, of these populations do consume moderate to low amounts of alcohol with frequency. that is 1 to 5 days per week. But typically they're drinking the most highest quality of ingredients. They're not drinking Budweiser. They're not drinking Jose Cuervo. They're typically drinking grapes that their grandmother had stomped and distilled and made. It's a different process. So don't let science fool you into thinking it's okay for you to drink whatever you want. If you must, I would say stick to 4 ounces of a red wine 3 times per week maximum. Jimmy Joe says, if you had the chance to choose your last meal, what would it be? It would be intercourse on top of lasagna. That would be my last meal, because you didn't say what I was doing during my last meal. It would be lots and lots and lots of consensual intercourse with lasagna, a bed of lasagna like George Costanza that I could just eat while fornicating. That would be the ultimate way to go. Tim Davis says, what's the optimum list time, 30 minutes or 1 hour? Tim Davis, the optimum time is between 30 and 60 minutes. 45 would be the Goldilocks zone. And once we get past 60 minutes of list, you get to the point of diminishing returns. So 45 minutes to an hour is ideal. Tim Davis also asks, multiple questions here, what's your stance on legal marijuana? I am a fan. Tim Davis asks, if working out with high intensity first thing in the morning, what should be your pre-training meal? If you only have 30 minutes to digest, I would blend a breakfast bowl and I would drink half of that, see how you feel, and then slowly increase my tolerance. Tim also asks, what are the side effects of yohimbine HCl? I'm not a fan of yohimbine HCl, hydrochloride, for the average member of the population, even for the extreme member of the goal-setting population. Yohimbine HCl is a very powerful stimulant that has a negative impact on many and most people that I've seen. The science is valid as what it can do for some people for the reduction of fat loss, but that is for those who are already very close to their ideal body weight. What does that mean? You don't take yohimbine HCl if you're trying to get from 16% body fat to 12% body fat. You might consider yohimbine HCl if you're trying to get from 8% body fat to 6% body fat. But me personally, I would not suggest it for anybody. Luka Sokolov says, I think you got this exact question in the past, but I forget the answer. What vitamins would you recommend for people to take in general? Well, we would recommend you get a comprehensive blood work done first, a comprehensive blood panel done first, so we can look for any specific deficiencies. With that, then we can determine what we can fulfill through nutrition first, through eating whole foods, and then we would run more blood panels. This is what we do here. We try and supplement with real food first, because a supplement is a supplement to real food. Now, let's say you just cannot get your vitamin D3 up. Then we would look for supplemental vitamin D3. Me personally, I take a supplemental vitamin D3. I take a supplemental ubiquinol, which is a CoQ10 product. Sometimes I take additional vitamin C. I've been playing with a bergamot supplement lately because I'm testing it out for a company who contacted us. What else do I take? I take a vitamin B complex just to ensure I am maximized, and I do that in cycles, not always. I just happen to have some of the On It Active B shipped to me recently, and that's it. But it would be on a case-by-case basis. You also might consider DHEA and or pregnenolone, but that's after having your blood work done. Angela Lopez says, hey, Mike, almost done with 3 weeks of shredded, down 15 pounds. Boom. Would you recommend starting the program again if I haven't reached my weight goal? Started 220 down to 205. Weight goal is 170. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So you're down 15 pounds in the first go-round. What most people do is they'll start 3 weeks to shred it. And for those listening, this is the online program at thedolcediet.com. We have a 4-week and 12-week personalized diet and exercise program for you. Angela lost 15 pounds in the first 3 weeks following this program. What my suggestion will be is to then reset the program back to day one. What that does, and we've built this specifically to reverse diet you. So you go from day one all the way through the system to day 21 where you are peaked out. Then you can reverse diet back, just starting again at day one, in which you will see an influx of calories from the same foods that you have already been eating. So it's approximately a 30% increase on your higher days of total calories. You waive, but we waive the days. We have higher, medium, and low days throughout that 21-day period. It's a great way to reverse diet so you don't get any metabolic shift and you can continue losing weight while not spilling over. That would be my strong suggestion. Sebastian Carbonell. Hey, Mike, what would be a good sodium to potassium ratio? I'm currently eating about 2,600 calories and train 2 hours of soccer a day and about an hour of weight training. Essentially, I just want to know how much sodium I should take. Sebastian, that is actually a great question. Now, this has to be considered on an individual basis. So this is not personal information for you. Consider this just general information. Consider it education. Consider it entertainment. I am not prescribing you a program with this, okay? You need to speak with your doctor, and I want to be clear on that. But in general, we have found that taking a minimum of 2 grams of sodium per day would be the bottom, the rock bottom. You want to consider taking upwards, or we consider taking upwards of 4 grams of sodium per day, and some athletes even do as well, taking 8 grams of sodium per day. Now, that is an individual concept. You need to play with it. You need to talk with your doctor. You need to figure out what works best for you. But the ratio of sodium to potassium should be approximately 1 to 3. That means if you're taking in 2,000 milligrams or 2 grams of sodium, you should be taking in approximately 6,000 milligrams or 6 grams of potassium. Now, potassium wonderfully is available in whole food sources, primarily fresh fruits and meats. So we get most of our potassium, and following the DOLCE diet, you fulfill all your potassium needs by eating real food, which is why we have up to 4 servings, or at least 4 servings of fruit per day. Also, we add supplemental sodium to our meals, whether it's iodized salt and also Himalayan sea salt. We use both forms. Hopefully that helps. But typically, we look for a 1 to 3 ratio. It could be 1 to 2. It could be 1 to 4, depending on the individual. Also, it should be no less for most people than 2 grams per day, but ideally right between 4 to 6 grams seems best for most healthy, active adults. Khabib Basnet, your upcoming seminar is all about nutrition, right? Do you also conduct a workout seminar too? Because we might need both of them to become a fitness expert. In short, what are the steps to become a fitness expert? What things do we need? Could you please explain it briefly as per your expertise? I know it's $1 million advice. I will do as best I can here. So this is April 6th, 7th, and 8th in Las Vegas. We are hosting the DOLCE Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference. This is a level 1 nutrition conference. This teaches you everything you need to know about nutrition. Our level 2 event is for a fitness trainer or a fitness coach. So you become a nutrition counselor level 1, then level 2 is you become a fitness coach, and level 3 you become a master trainer in our system. You must have the base of nutrition before you move on to exercise, because nutrition is much more important than exercise for anyone involved in health and fitness. Nutrition is first. That's why we start with nutrition. With that being said, we build you the base of nutrition, but during the 3-day event on April 6th, 7th, and 8th, we talk about the tenets of exercise considerably. We have UFC veteran Mirsad Bektik as our guest athlete at this event. Mirsad will be talking very specifically about his training program and also his nutrition and lifestyle program. I talk very in depth about the exact training program's periodization and how this fits with a healthy and fit lifestyle. We also hold bonus workouts for those who choose to attend, which means on not on Friday, but on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, most of the attendees will show up and meet me because I will be in there training, and you can actually come and train with me. So I teach you the proper way to warm up through dynamic warm up, athletic warm ups, skill-specific warm-ups, go through the entire training phase, and then how to properly warm down, focus on mobility, and then prehab work. So we run through those also. That's at the level 1, mind you, the nutrition counselor. Level 2 is fitness coach. Level 3 is master trainer. If you are interested, ladies and gentlemen, go right now to DOLCEDietShop.com and reserve your spot. We are running out of spots. This will sell out. We're on track to sell out. We've always sold out. This will sell out. Reserve your spot now. Mighty JZ, Mike, do you recommend waiting a certain amount of time after AM walk before eating breakfast? Thank you. I don't recommend a specific amount of time as long as it takes you to get home and wind down. Usually what I like to do is when I get back, I like to just grab another bottle of water. I start sipping on the water. I go upstairs. I take off my wet, shitty, smelly clothes. I take a quick shower. I'm like a shower pro. I take a 2-minute shower, put on my little slippers and robe and walk on downstairs, and I make my oats. Actually, I apologize. When I go and grab my bottle of water or my glass of water, I flip on the kettle so the water is already boiled for my breakfast bowl. Juan BJJ, Coach Dolce, can you recommend to me some pre-workout because nitric oxide or creatine for my jitsu or grappling training causes me cramps? I don't know why. Us from Argentina. Juan, what's up, my man? I don't suggest any pre-workouts. I don't suggest any supplemental pre-workouts. What I do suggest is eating a proper lifestyle, eating properly all day long leading up until your training, and 30 to 90 minutes before your training, considering eating a whole orange and half an avocado. That is an amazing pre-workout meal. You also might want to consider 20 minutes before training drinking a double shot of espresso if your body well tolerates it. That's what I do. That's what our athletes do. That's what seems to work best. Tulio, my brother, I'm staring at you right now, Tulio. You're nodding your head in your blue tank top with a shirt over your shoulder, hands on your hips, talking to the room. Tulio's out there training at Dolce Fitness right now, and he's oddly asked a question. I fully understand and know firsthand that the fat loss effects of fasted lists are 100% real. My brother, what are the benefits, if any, of non-fasted lists? Thanks. So the benefits of non-fasted lists are very similar to the benefits of fasted lists. What does that mean? Well, non-fasted list means you're basically going for a low-intensity, steady-state cardiovascular event, activity, walk, picture walking, right after a meal. There is excellent benefit of this same activity, non-fasted list, after a meal. It does a great job to regulate insulin production. It does a great job to increase metabolism and allow your body or assist your body in actually the digestion of the food that you just ate. It also does a good job in burning calories, thereby helping you to burn fat. What it does not do, and what the benefit of fasted lists are, truly, it is the oxidation of gender-specific body fat. Why is that? Science has clearly shown that the absence of insulin much better allows for the oxidation, the utilization of that stubborn body fat, the gender-specific body fat, the body fat that has been on you longest, is most best reduced in the absence of insulin. That's why we suggest lists. And there's also, we suggest lists for psychological and emotional reasons that most meatheads don't even consider. When you wake up and you go for that beautiful walk first thing in the morning, it clears your mind. It gives you focus. And everyone who's performed it knows exactly what I'm saying. It allows you to start your day properly. You are in control of your day while also burning that gender-specific body fat. Good question, Tulio. Jamie Lizaraga. Yo, Mike, who would you put your money on, Khabib or Ferguson? I don't put my money on anybody. I don't know, but I will watch that fight. I'm excited for that fight. Luka Sokolov. Uncle Mike, can you please once again tell everybody that the most important thing is eating for health? The good looks and performance will come by themselves. It's a byproduct. I'm only asking because I had an argument with a friend about this. Luka, I talk about this every day, all day. Every day I'm hustling. I'm hustling every day. And I'm telling people the only thing that matters is longevity. Once we focus on longevity, once we focus on health, short-term sports performance is immediately possible. That's our goal is longevity. I don't care what your abs look like. I care about you living a long, healthy life, but we can only live a long, healthy life if we are healthy today and we make the decisions today to keep us healthy. That's what matters, but that's also what creates abs and sports performance. AWCI, your top 3 self-development books. Interesting. Which ones? I've read so many. So I will always point to The Richest Man in Babylon. That is one of my absolute favorite books. Everybody needs to read The Richest Man in Babylon. You need to read it twice a year. I read mine every 6 months, twice a year, The Richest Man in Babylon. You need to read that. I will not tell you anything about it, but that was the first ever book in the Dolce Book Club for a reason. That is the most important book for any human to read. The Richest Man in Babylon. What other 3 books would I point to? I don't have any right now. I'll have to come back to you. I've been into a lot of fiction lately, actually. I've been really enjoying fiction. I need to unplug from a lot of the factual nonsense of the real world. But let me get back to you on that. How can I add weight dumbbell exercise to my UFC Fit video routine in small increments? Because we suggest 5 to 10 pounds for men and 3 to 5 pounds, I think 3 to 8 pounds for ladies. Small increments. If you have a 10-pound dumbbell, move to a 15, but keep the 10 and the 5 very close by. I did that also. Some exercises you might even be able to use a 40-pounders, but it's always better to go lighter with perfect form than to go heavier and sacrifice form. Peter Papa, citrulline malate, okay to take 45 minutes before lifting? I read it's naturally produced in the body. Have you ever tried it? Thanks. Peter, great question. And no, I have not personally tried citrulline malate, though I am rather informed on it. I know just a little bit on it. So citrulline malate actually increases arginine production, and they say citrulline malate is so effective at increasing natural arginine production that it's better than actually consuming arginine itself, an arginine supplement. Citrulline malate has been shown to increase cardiovascular health, possibly through proper blood flow, but also endurance, offsetting fatigue, again, possibly due to more efficient blood flow. So citrulline malate seems to be a very interesting product, and there is some pretty good science supporting it. Now, I am not a fan of taking pre-workouts. I'm not a fan of taking citrulline malate before a workout, but also because the data shows that taking it prior to a workout does not necessarily mean that it'll work. What does that mean? It means the accumulation of taking citrulline malate, or the accumulation of improved arginine production, can have the best benefit, which that means having a consistent intake of citrulline malate, which consistently boosts arginine in your body. So it's not taking it pre-workout to get a boost. It's taking it every day, or taking it for a consistent period of time to slowly increase the arginine production, which there might be a performance benefit. So it's not a pre-workout. It's a daily. Think of it more like that. But I'm not exactly endorsing it because I've never taken it personally. And I'm not a fan of relying on pre-workouts because that takes the human performance component out of it. Samuel, I'm making great progress, Coach. I started LIST this week and have hit it every day. I'm still over 300 pounds, dropping fast, but my heart rate was hovering at 120. Great job, Samuel. I slowed down my pace and have managed to keep it about 111 to 115. I love it. You're doing great, my brother. Also, during my walk, I passed an electronic speed limit sign, and yesterday I was about to check my heart rate, and it said, slow down. Sure enough, my heart rate was back at 120. I thought you would enjoy the funny story as well as the question. Samuel, I love that story, brother. That is awesome and good for you, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy and proud of you. That's absolutely amazing. You're doing great. You're exactly where you want to be. Picture 120 as the ceiling. You don't want to get higher than 120, and you're slowly getting it down to the 115, 111, and pretty soon we want to keep it right about 100 to 110 maximum. You're doing a great job, brother. Continue doing this and continue having fun. Slow is better when you're performing the list. Good job, Samuel. Ray says, is there a nutritional difference between red apples and green apples? No difference that's discernible. What we do in our household is we rotate. We'll get a bag of red. We'll get a bag of green. We'll get a bag of Fuji. We'll get a bag of Gala. Every time we go to the supermarket, we get different. We never get the same. We always get different. We're always looking to rotate our ingredients. Same thing here. Paul Denman. Thought you were helping me lose 140 pounds, Coach. You asked me to DM you, so I did. I need to lose 143 now. LOL, just can't get motivated. Paul, get your ass moving. You just saw what Samuel said. Samuel is dropping weight already. He's listing. He's just walking out his front door first thing in the morning. That is the step. Have you begun that, Paul? Do not wait to get motivated because motivation will never come. Motivation is simply action. There is no magic motivation dust that will be sprinkled upon you. You just need to act. Brother, what I want you to do is I want you to keep posting back here every Friday, every Thursday into this, and I want you to ask me new questions. My first reason to you, or my first edict to you, my first suggestion to you is start walking, my friend. Begin with that 30-minute list. Walk 15 minutes out your front door at a slow pace, turn around and come home. If you can only walk 5 minutes, that is fine. But every day we want to add a little bit more, and I will also say you must be under a doctor's care. Do not begin this or any diet or exercise program unless under medical supervision. Khabib Bassnet says, I hope you're now going to make a video on 8 bodyweight exercises to master because you took a screenshot on Insta Live. I am Khabib. I love your work the most cause you emphasize on earth-grown food, but last time you were advising on it whey protein in one of your videos. Why is that? Desperate to attend the seminar, but I live in Dubai, so maybe some other time. Keep up the positive work. You inspire a lot. Khabib, that is awesome. If you can get out here to Las Vegas, my friend, get out here April 6th, 7th, and 8th. Buy your ticket today. Get on the plane and get here. Get to Las Vegas. Do not wait, Khabib. You will absolutely love it, and we want you to be a part of this. Do not wait for the future. We don't know when the next event will be. A bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush, and get registered now. Now, to answer your question, why we recommend the Onnit Whey Protein Isolate is because whey protein isolate is the most effective form of protein supplementation. But I am the one, and I'm the first one, and I say constantly, most people should not consume a whey protein isolate. Most people don't need a whey protein isolate, and those people who do need a whey protein isolate only need it for small periods of time during their life. What does that mean? That means when you are in a hyper phase, should you take it? When you are in a hyper training phase, a hyper weight loss phase, a hyper performance phase, then a whey protein isolate becomes very beneficial to you because it gives you the protein, it gives you the amino acids you need at a very low total caloric load, which means I don't have to eat the additional calories of additional steak or chicken or fish or beans or lentils or quinoa. I can just get those readily available amino acids into my bloodstream rapidly from the whey isolate. Whey isolate is the most easily digested of all proteins. It is the most efficiently digested of all proteins, making it great for a semi-fast in the morning and making it excellent for intra or post-workout, which is why I suggest that type of protein. But it's for some people, sometime. I'm not taking any whey protein isolate right now. I have some sitting in my closet, but I'm not taking any right now because I don't need any right now. I'm perfect right now. I am not in a hyper phase. The last piece is I recommend the Onnit Whey Protein Isolate because I know exactly where the material comes from. I know where their ingredients come from, and I know the high quality standards that they put behind their products. I've seen their manufacturing facility. I've toured their facilities. I see all the data. Any product I endorse, they must send me the paperwork. I see all of the protocols behind their products. That's why I endorse it. Tony Rose says, did list cardio, walking at 3.5 miles per hour. Heart rate was between 85 and 95. Is that too low? That's pretty good, my brother. To get my heart rate higher, I have to be basically jogging. I do a lot of mountain biking, competing, so my heart rate is fairly low unless really pushing hard. I think you're fine. By the way, your type 1 diabetes, good for you, bro. You're fucking crushing it right now. No, I don't think you really need to go any higher. I don't want you jogging on this. You're already pushing at higher paces doing your mountain biking, which is why you have a low heart rate right now. You have a very efficient cardio respiratory system. That is excellent. Good for you. No need. Just continue doing what you're doing, brother, and keep me posted. That is it, everybody. We ran through those questions. How many? 24 questions. Ran through them in under 30 minutes today. Last one was over an hour and a half. So happy to get this one done. For those of you listening, go to thedolcediet.com right now, where you can lose up to 21 pounds in 21 days following the most successful weight loss program known to man. That's the 3 weeks to shredded program and the Living Lean bundle. So the 4-week or 12-week program at thedolcediet.com. You can use our promo code DolceTube if you wanted to save 10%. Why wouldn't you? Also, if you're listening today, you want to join our Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference here in Las Vegas. 3 days in Las Vegas with me and my team of super friends, including 6-time UFC veteran Mr. Mirsad Bektic. It will be an awesome, amazing, life-changing event. Get your butt here. No experience necessary, no education necessary. You do not need a GED to attend. We teach you everything you need to know, and you will be super hyped and motivated once you leave here on Sunday. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you do not subscribe to this channel, and if you do subscribe to this channel, make sure you click the little bell so you get notifications. Set your notifications so you get notified when we post new videos, because we post new videos every day, every single day. I'm hustling. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, boom.